Hi everyone, this is Martha. I am a relationship counselor and clinical sexologist. I just realized I need to turn on the light. So I have this new light. It helps things to be a little bit more illuminated. Sorry, just bear with me. Okay, so I went and bought some things. I am located in Chinatown and I went and bought some things just now. So the idea of talking about sex and the link with customer service came about just now. So I decided to make this video about sex and customer service. So say for instance, if you're looking for a washing machine, you go into a electrical shop, say like in Singapore, we have Best Denki, we have Gain, we have Harvey Norman. So you go into a shop, right, and you say you want to buy a washing machine. They will ask you what kind of washing machine you're looking for, what are your requirements. They will ask you, for instance, you might say something like you're looking to do washing for a whole family of 5, or you could say you live in a very small apartment, you just need a washing machine for one. Maybe you might even say something like, I don't care what the washing machine is, but it needs to be pink. So I have a new phone and my criteria is red. So you may have certain criteria when you talk about going to buy something. And so before you buy something, you might think about what features you want so that you zoom into what's available. No point going into a place that only sells big washing machines, for instance. You're not going to get that. So one of the ways you can save your time is if you maybe go online and search. And nowadays there are people who go online and read reviews and recommendations. So I'm talking about washing machine as an example of something that we buy. A phone can be something that we buy. Nowadays, phone, what are the requirements? Maybe you want a big screen, maybe you want something that has a lot of memory, can take great photos, maybe you want to do your videos on your phone. Maybe you want to schedule your reminders, appointments on your phone. Maybe you want to learn languages on your phone like myself. And maybe you want something that's red like myself. And so the requirements are important to your search. So say for instance, when it comes to sex and sexuality, I have no idea why. So a lot of people don't seem to be able to correlate what happens in their personal life with their purchases with their sex life. So for instance, you have a partner who says that they are not really just about penetration and they are more into the intimacy, the touch, the connection, the massage. So they, being a more sensuous person, they may prefer the touch to be slow rather than about penetration. If you have someone who talks about, I need sex to be 3 times a week, what does that mean? Does that mean that they are focusing on the frequency as in the ejaculation, or are they focusing on the touch as I mentioned, or are they focusing on the feeling of the penetration? So it is important to ask your partner when they say something, what do they mean? And a lot of my clients, actually, they have different love languages. A lot of times they come to me, they have different love languages. Not only that, one is usually a touch person. So if you read the book, or even just Google for a summary of this book called The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. This is a bestseller. You don't even need to read it, you just need to Google. You will be able to find a summary of it. So nowadays, some of my clients actually come in telling me their love language even before I ask them. So it is useful for me to get a glimpse of who they are very quickly, what kind of person they are, so that I can better understand where they come from, and then I can more specifically support them in moving forward. So this is what I do. I get a sense of not just the issue, but also their personalities and their differences. And sometimes, in some way, I'm kind of a mediator and negotiator between them. also a private investigator trying to find out what's really going on and what is said and what is not spoken. So if you have someone who is a touch person, and often this happens a lot, I am saying this because what seems obvious may not be so obvious to some people, is that if you have a partner who is a touch person, your partner may say things like, I don't understand why you make yourself so busy cooking for the family. But based on 5 love languages, a cooking person will be more inclined to express their love through acts of service. They like doing things and expressing their love for their partner. So for instance, cooking is one of them. Picking up their partner from work is another thing. Then they may say things like, I don't need you to get me presents. Don't buy me presents. It's a waste of money. Or maybe you just make them a present and then they'll be like, yeah, you know, you don't need to waste your time doing these things. This is not important to me. I'd rather that we have more sex. So a touch person, not just one sex. They want the feeling of the skin to skin, the intimacy, the closeness, the hugging. That's what touch people really, really want. When I have clients who have different love languages, the person who is maybe very meticulous and very attentive, doing the cooking, cleaning, ironing for their partner, that if you find your partner saying things like that, what is happening is it's just like customer service, isn't it? If your client, if you go into a Best Denki, Gain, or Harvey Norman and you say, don't waste my time, I'm just looking for a pink washing machine, why would they still insist on showing you white, red, blue? Why? You shouldn't. So if your partner keeps telling you, drop all the freaking laundry, don't do this, this is not important, I don't care how you fold the clothes, why are we still doing it? So certain times, as exasperating as it sounds, these things need to be done. However, what your partner is trying to tell you is that you don't have to spend so much time doing it. I'm happy to help you. It's not the most important thing. It could be a form of a, like say, a reward or some kind of negotiation, like asking for help. These are things that if it's not that important, if you can wait, you wait. If you can farm it out, you farm it out. Get a helper, part-time helper, get your kids to help you. These things are not that important to your partner. So when it comes to customer service, it's very much about wanting to please your partner. So as much as you want to please your partner, please don't think I'm telling you just to please your partner. You also need to focus on what kind of person you are, what makes you happy, and what you need from your partner as well. So you may say, oh yeah, I'm a giver, I don't really need all these things, it's okay, I'm not fussy, I love to give, I'm a lover, not a fighter. However, in a long-term relationship, it does become quite dysfunctional if one is only giving and the other is not able to receive. Your partner will also feel very exasperated. In fact, if you keep shutting down your partner and saying, no, no need, no need, no need, what ends up happening is you're killing their love and you're spoiling them. They may end up working and showing up less in the relationship. So in a way, you're asking for it. It's like saying, oh no no no, you don't need to help with the cooking. I'm faster at it anyway. Maybe yes, your partner may not be good in cooking, but this could be something that evens out the relationship, in that you take turns, in that your partner may enjoy cooking or may get better in cooking if you give your partner the chance and opportunity to work through, because it's all part of learning. So when people who are very task oriented and wanting to save time, they say, it'll be faster if I do it. Yes, it will be faster if you do it, just like in work, it'll be faster if you do it. But if you take the time and effort to allow opportunities for your partner to learn or grow, then over time your partner can get better at it. It's just like work, isn't it? There's a lot of parallels when people say, it'll be faster if I do it. However, then you end up with a lot of work. So this also extends to relationships, where we end up taking on so much that we end up burning ourselves out and we are tired. So with customer service, I want to say that it is important to ask what they want, why they want it, if you need it. Like for instance, if I say I want a pink washing machine and I keep saying that I want a pink washing machine, how important is pink washing machine for you? You can ask that. then you understand this customer better. If let's say, for instance, it's not that important to have pink, maybe a shade of red will be fine, then you have more options. So not just asking the what, but the why is also really important. A lot of times when it comes to sexuality, I one pro tip that I have for you is do what your partner does to you. If your partner does something, a lot of times we do things because we think our partner will like it, and or we like it. We like it, so we do it. We think that since I like it so much, maybe this person will like it too, and we like to share this with the person. So I have had several people who I've been with who say that I'm a very good kisser, but actually they don't realize, or unconsciously they don't realize, that all I'm doing is just mirroring what they do. So they are doing what they like or what they think I like, but most of the time we do certain things out of experience. So now that I'm talking about kissing, please erase from your head any thought of kissing me. I really hate it when I put out videos and I end up becoming sexualized. I am an educator, I'm a woman, but I don't like being reduced to a sex object. And I'm sure you don't. So please don't do this to me. Please don't write in my comments about your desires, your sexual desires. You can keep it to yourself. Okay, coming back to customer service, you give your partner what they said that they like, what they like, how they like it, why they like it. Understanding helps you all to be more on the same page. When it comes to sex, if they tell you that they need more touch, if they need more dirty talk, if they need more variety, ask them why. Once you understand their why, a lot of times the misunderstanding of like, nah, it's not really very important, will go away. I have clients who I've told you 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times that you don't have to do these chores, for instance, and let's have more sex. I've told you that, but they didn't ask why. They didn't ask why. They didn't ask why. So they dismiss their request as if it's a request, not a demand. And it's not nice to say we demand anything. But when it comes to customer satisfaction, wouldn't you want to do the thing that pleases your customer the most? If your most important customer in your life, in your personal life, is your partner, try to understand more so that there's more understanding, more harmony, on the same page, less resentment, less miscommunication, less waste time and waste opportunities. There are clients who come to me things like, oh my God, like I never knew how much of a role sex was for you, how important it is in regards to your ranking of happiness in this relationship. I never knew this. And the reason why you didn't know this is because even though they have said this many, many times, is you were still not seeing your partner as a customer. You are still not seeing their request as valid. And it's very unfortunate that it feels like there are two ships, right, passing in the night. They just do not even recognize, do not even see each other, even though they live in the same house. It's so sad. So if I can talk about washing machine, you walk into a shop and you say, I want this, non-negotiable, negotiable. It's important that we get this kind of clarity in our relationship so that we have less suffering. Life to just be second guessing and being polite all the time, really. I mean, I'm a very direct person, and I understand that for some of my clients, sex is a sensitive subject, it's difficult to talk about it. But let me tell you, not talking about it and letting it remain as a sensitive and difficult subject is not going to do you any favors. Even though you're Asian, so what? So what? So what? You have to learn, grow up already. Grow up so you can speak your truth, so that you stop wasting time, energy, and being unhappy. We work so hard, and then we come back home, and what do we want? We want to be in harmony. We want to be happy. We work so hard for our families, and yet so many people don't have happy family lives. They can't speak up. And so it is important to go to someone who can facilitate this. Like I mentioned, in my work, I actually am somewhat of a private investigator. I'm a mediator. I help to unthaw all these ice cubes and blocks that seem to be happening in people's lives, whether it's mental or emotional, energetic blocks that people have, because it's suffering. They are suffering really. So there's this sun coming down. That's why the lighting is not that great. Yeah, so now that I've been talking about it, can you see this analogy, this link between sex and customer service, and how if only we can be more straightforward, more upfront about who we are, what we need, what we like, what we want, and then be on the same page, let's go. No need to be like tipping toes and mind reading and guessing, and then angry, passive aggressive. It's sad, it's sad. So if we see it more as like, this is a request, and then these things are negotiable, these things are not negotiable, we can just say it out loud. Yes, it can be awkward with time. However, with time, we get better in expressing ourselves and speaking our truth. So this is Martha of Eros Coaching. Thanks for watching this video. You can check out my work at eroscoaching.com.